Have you ever stopped to think about just how far human ambition can stretch? Imagine cities rising out of the desert, entire coastlines reshaped into man-made islands, dams so huge they could power multiple countries, and futuristic trains floating on magnetic rails faster than airplanes. These aren't science fiction, they're real megaprojects happening right now. But here's the twist. While they promise to change our lives forever, many are drowning in delays, spiraling costs, and heated debates. Before we begin, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications, because what you're about to see is a journey into the most mind-blowing projects humanity has ever attempted. And trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming at number 1. At number 10, we begin with Masdar City in Abu Dhabi, UAE, a project that started in 2006 with one bold claim: to be the world's first zero-carbon city. Picture a high-tech oasis in the middle of the desert, powered entirely by renewable energy. With narrow streets designed to catch the breeze and shaded walkways that cut cooling costs by 70%. Today, Masdar is about one-third complete, housing around 5,000 residents and 5,000 workers. But its ambition is much larger. 40,000 people living there and another 50,000 commuting daily by 2030. It's filled with innovations like driverless pods, solar farms, and smart buildings that recycle water and cut power use. But after years of delays, some critics call it the city that never finishes. The question remains, can it ever achieve its dream of being a truly sustainable city in the desert, or is it destined to remain a green experiment that's half-built? Number 9 takes us to Jubail, Industrial City 2 in Saudi Arabia, the world's largest industrial expansion. Imagine an area the size of multiple small cities being filled with factories, homes, schools, and infrastructure. This isn't just about building an industrial park, it's about creating an entire city from scratch. With a cost of over 60 billion United States dollars, Jubail 2 is part of Saudi Arabia's plan to diversify its economy beyond oil. It features massive power stations, water desalination plants, pipelines stretching for hundreds of kilometers, and residential areas for 50,000 new people. The sheer engineering scale is breathtaking: giant canals replaced by pipelines to cool industrial plants, new highways connecting to the Gulf Coast, and advanced petrochemical facilities feeding global markets. This project isn't flashy like Dubai's skyscrapers, but its importance is enormous. It's a cornerstone of Saudi Arabia's economic survival in a post-oil world. At number 8 is Mega Hydropower Station in Tibet, China, a project so massive it sounds almost impossible. Sitting on the Yarlung-Tsangpo River near the Himalayas, it will be the largest hydroelectric dam ever built, producing 60,000 megawatts of electricity, 3 times more than the already massive Three Gorges Dam. To put that into perspective, that's enough power for hundreds of millions of homes. The cost: a jaw-dropping 137 billion United States dollars. But the challenges are equally mind-blowing. It's being built in one of the most difficult terrains in the world, an earthquake-prone zone at high altitude. Environmentalists warn it could devastate ecosystems, and river flows downstream in India and Bangladesh, creating political tensions that stretch beyond engineering. It's not just a dam, it's a geopolitical gamble, a test of whether ambition can outweigh risk. At number 7, we jump to Japan's Kuo Shinkansen maglev line, a futuristic train that literally floats on magnetic levitation. Imagine gliding from Tokyo to Nagoya in just 40 minutes at speeds over 500 kilometers per hour. This 80 billion United States dollars megaproject isn't just about speed, it's about technology. Instead of wheels, the train uses superconducting magnets to hover above the tracks, eliminating friction and creating a ride smoother and faster than anything else on land. But tunneling through Japan's mountains has proven costly and slow, pushing completion dates back. Critics question whether the benefits outweigh the costs, but if completed, it will set a new global standard for train travel, shrinking cities into neighborhoods and redefining time itself. Number 6 is Al Maktoum International Airport in Dubai, UAE, designed to be the largest airport in the world. With a target capacity of 255 million passengers annually, it dwarfs the busiest airports today. Picture 5 runways, double-decker terminals, and a logistics hub designed to move goods and people faster than anywhere else on Earth. But here's the catch. It's been delayed multiple times, with rising costs and shifting priorities slowing progress. Still, Dubai is determined to make it happen, and when it does, it will cement the city as the aviation capital of the planet. At number 5, we move to the USA, with California High-Speed Rail, the country's most ambitious infrastructure project. Imagine boarding a sleek bullet train in San Francisco and stepping off in Los Angeles less than 3 hours later. Costing over 100 billion United States dollars, this rail line could reduce traffic, cut carbon emissions, and bring America into the modern high-speed rail era. But politics, lawsuits, land disputes, and skyrocketing costs have slowed it to a crawl. Some call it the train to nowhere, but supporters insist it's essential for the future. If it succeeds, it could transform U.S. transportation forever. Number 4 brings us to China's South-North Water Transfer Project, the largest water diversion effort in human history. Northern China is drying out, while the south has rivers that flood. The solution? Move the water. Thousands of kilometers of canals, tunnels, and pipelines are being built to channel water from the Yangtze River to Beijing and beyond, supplying hundreds of millions of people. With a price tag of over 60 billion United States dollars, the project is colossal, but so are its impacts. Millions of people displaced, ecosystems altered, and concerns about long-term sustainability. Still, for a thirsty North, it's a lifeline. At number 3 is the International Space Station and Lunar Gateway, humanity's greatest megaproject beyond Earth. The ISS already cost over 150 billion United States dollars, housing astronauts, labs, and science experiments orbiting above us. But now the future is the Lunar Gateway, an international project to build a permanent station orbiting the Moon by the 2030s. It will be the staging ground for missions to Mars, a giant leap for humankind's expansion into space. While Earth-bound megaprojects reshape our world, this one reshapes our future in the stars. Number 2 is Dubai's Palm Islands and the World Islands.
Wow.
One of the most ambitious land reclamation projects ever attempted. From space, you can see the palm-shaped islands and the miniature map of the world carved out of sand and rock. Built at a cost of over 25 billion United States dollars, they've created luxury homes, resorts, and beaches, but also major engineering challenges, from erosion to environmental damage. Despite setbacks, they remain symbols of Dubai's determination to literally redraw the map of the planet. And finally, number 1, the most audacious mega project of all, NEOM in Saudi Arabia. At its heart is the Line, a 170-kilometer futuristic mirrored city with no cars, no streets, and powered entirely by renewable energy. Originally budgeted at 500 billion United States dollars, audits now suggest it may cost as much as 8.8 trillion United States dollars. With full completion not until 2080, early phases have been scaled back to just 2.4 kilometers by 2030, but the vision remains staggering. A city where everything is within walking distance, where AI and robots run daily life, and where sustainability isn't a feature, it's the foundation. NEOM is either the future of cities or the most expensive dream ever attempted. From eco-cities rising in deserts to artificial islands visible from space, from hydro dams that could power nations to space stations that extend human reach beyond Earth. These megaprojects remind us that ambition is limitless, but so are the risks. Some will succeed spectacularly, others may crumble under their own weight. But each one shows that humanity's drive to build bigger, faster, and bolder never stops. Which of these megaprojects do you think will shape the future, and which ones might collapse into history as billion-dollar failures? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, hit like if you enjoyed this journey, and make sure to subscribe for more deep dives into the biggest wonders of our world and beyond.